Hey everyone, Hank with Outer Rim Travels here, and in this video we're going to explore everything we ate aboard the Disney Dream. And I'm talking not just the rotational dining restaurants, but Palo and Disney's private islands as well. We're gonna kick things off on Deck 3 in the atrium, because, that's where your very first restaurant is located. And I'd like to start by saying I'm no Anton Ego, but after 10 cruises aboard Disney Cruise Line, I kind of have an idea of the things that I like and don't like. So here we are at Royal Palace. This restaurant is inspired by the Disney princesses. Let's take a quick walk through, why not, before I show you the foods. You're gonna see here Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White represented within the restaurant. Here, you'll dine on continental cuisine with a French twist, and it's probably some of the best French fare that you're gonna have, aside from Remy, of course. Start with your bread service, always delicious. And a favorite of mine is Gaston's escargot. Love those. Here's the French onion soup, and the portion has been shrinking over the years like Ant-Man. Your farmhouse salad with baby spinach. Lee tried the conchiglie pasta with buttered lobster, but he wasn't impressed. He was expecting something else. I had the salmon royale, which was delicious. Your creme brulee can be hit or miss, but the Mickey ice cream bar is always a win. For breakfast one day, I had the peanut butter and jelly typhoon, delicious for kids of all ages. And usually we get our custom omelet. See that there? Of course, you gotta have your Mickey Waffles. And I brought along my little hit of Cuban coffee. I ask for hot milk, and I make my own coffee. On Deck 3, in the aft of the ship, you're gonna find Animator's Palette. And the version on these ships, the Dream and Fantasy, is the complete opposite of the Magic and Wonder, which are totally black and white. Beautiful in its own way, but I have a slight preference for the original version. Now, when Crush interacts with the kids in this restaurant, yeah, that is pretty cool. Also, the light boxes, maquettes, and the artwork sprinkled throughout the restaurant is just amazing. I never miss my salmon salad on embarkation day. Oh, and of course, the carrot cake as well. Those are two things that I just love on embarkation day. For dinner, Lee went with the tomato tart with goat cheese, which he said was all right. I had the baked potato and cheddar cheese soup, a favorite, and the chicken and walnut salad. Love that one too. But the black truffle pasta is the one to get. Lee went with the lemon thyme marinated chicken. He said it was fine. And I had my chicken tendies, because I'll be honest, this is not one of my favorite menus on the ship. Our final rotational dining restaurant is Enchanted Garden. It's located Deck 2 aft, and it's very, very different from the other two. As you dine, the ceiling transforms from daylight to sunset, and finally, you get a kind of night sky. It's really, really beautiful as those flowers bloom and open up. Gotta be one of my favorite in the fleet. Disney describes it as dining in an elegant conservatory nestled in the foothills of France. It really is gorgeous, and video just doesn't do it justice. Let's start with the ahi tuna and avocado tower. I usually get two of these. And the spinach and raspberry salad is another fave. They'll pull out the gorgonzola if you don't like it. The pan-seared sea bass was phenomenal, sitting in its bed of risotto. Loved it. For dessert, I tried the lemon raspberry mousse bomb, but I'm not into lemony desserts, unfortunately. We dined here for Marvel Night as well, and that marbled bread with the red pepper spread was delicious. I had the cream of porcini mushroom bisque and the Wakandan chicken skewers, which were both very good. Lee had the baked buttermilk chicken with sweet potatoes as his entree, which he liked. We both ordered the gnocchi, didn't like it. I also did not like the meatball and pasta. Out of the 3 pasta dishes, the soba noodles was the tastiest. Still didn't love it, and an apple crisp for dessert. All right, here we are at Palo. For those unfamiliar, Palo is your adult dining. At time of filming, it is $50 per person, plus gratuities to dine at this restaurant. That said, it is some of the best food you will have at sea, or even on land for that matter. It is fabulous. You guys have to try it at least once. You'll be hooked. There is a strict dress code to dine here, so don't show up in flip-flops. They'll send you back to get changed. Very, very important. So they generally start you with the amuse-bouche gnocchi, which is fantastic. As part of the prefix menu, you do get one dish from each course. I had the buffalo mozzarella. Here is our bread service for the evening. And Lee went with the baby arugula salad. I always have my mesclun salad, which I love. And we both went for the same entree, the 6-ounce grilled choice Angus beef tenderloin, which is to die for, you guys. Yes, I was celebrating my birthday aboard the ship. And no better way to celebrate than with that chocolate souffle. It's got its, vanilla and chocolate sauce they mix in. The service at Palo is just exceptional, you guys, and so worth the additional money. I'm telling you, it's better than most restaurants on land. Wow. And while we did not dine at Remy, it's just across the way from Palo, so why not take a peek inside? Lee and I did take the complimentary tour with a cast member, which I love to do whenever that's available, and that's how I captured this footage of Remy. Some of the images in this room might look familiar from a certain attraction. And of course, speaking of Anton Ego, there's that $20,000 bottle of wine. Okay, here we are on deck 11. We're going to explore the pool deck dining, starting with, of course, cabanas. Cabanas is your buffet-style dining. And while some things can be hit or miss, I would say that Disney Cruise Line's buffet is slightly better than your average cruise line. Off on this side, you've got your coffee, juice machine, and of course your sodas. Always keep in mind that with Disney Cruise Line, your refreshments are included with the price of the cruise, so no additional drink package is necessary. I just love these little sand castles representing each of the Disney castles. Beautiful, huh? Yeah, the attention to detail really is one of the things that sets Disney Cruise Line apart from all the other cruise lines. I mean, look how cool the theming is in this particular space aboard the Disney Dream. Let's get into some of the foods. So we always order our omelets fresh. There's my egg white spinach omelet. This way, they make it on the spot, give you a pager, and you come back for it. And on sea days, Mickey Churro Waffles. These are not to be missed, you guys. They're absolutely delicious. And there's another custom egg white omelet. So on the pool deck, you've also got flows where you get your quick service bites to eat, like the chicken tenders and pizza, of course. Now, don't be shy. If you love your pizza, ask them for an entire pie and tell them to run it through the oven twice so it's nice and crispy. Ramon's is the newest quick service spot aboard the ship where you build your own tacos. It wasn't our favorite, but I think we may have overloaded it with stuff. Still, you can't go wrong with Tomato Grill for your hamburgers, hot dogs, and those always yummy chicken tenders. Welcome to Disney Castaway Cay. I did promise at the top we were going to go over some of the food offerings at Disney's private island getaways as well. So here we are at Castaway Cay. Favorite little slice of paradise. Hey, Donald! And on the island, you've got to go for that macaroni salad. The ribs are really tasty. My steak over at Serenity Bay was a little fatty. Didn't love it this time around. But again, hit or miss because Lee loved his. So you never know. There's the Pelican Plunge. For those not aware, there are 3 spots to eat. You've got cookies 2, and the dining over in the adult area at Serenity Bay. At the new island, Disney Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, it's a completely different vibe and different menu. The new island is spectacular, and I'm so happy we were able to visit both Castaway and Lookout Cay on this trip. But we started off over at the Cow and Ribbon Bar. I had to have the Eleuthera Euphoria this time. Missed it the first time around, and I've got to say, I love it. Amazing, you guys. Skip the typical pina colada, grab one of these. It is Dole Whip based. Here's what my lunch looked like. Had some plantain chips and the Bahamian pigeon peas and rice. Really yummy. Tried the salmon, I liked that, and the yuca fries, and the crispy chicken sandwich was amazing. Lee went with the island curry and tofu and the ribs, which were a little fatty on this island. And then for dessert, actual strawberry ice cream over at Serenity Bay with some M&Ms. Here's a quick look at everything they have on offer. You can select from any of this stuff. And also, like at Castaway, they've got 3 spots. You've got True 2, and the food over at Serenity Bay, where you can get that ribeye steak as well. Remember, your sodas and soft serve ice cream are included on the island. Hey there, Minnie. Look how cute she looks in her Bahamian outfit. These costumes were designed by a Bahamian fashion designer, by the way, and they're inspired by Junkanoo, which is, what's going on kind of in the background in that scene. Well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of tour of the foods aboard Disney Cruise Line, and hopefully it helps you make an informed decision when you sit down to dinner. There's some of the stuff that's a little more popular and some of the stuff to kind of shy away from. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my ship tour and vlog coming up. We had such an amazing time aboard the Disney Dream and Disney's private islands. Can't wait for you to check it out. As always, have an out-of-this-world day. Take care.